All right, so you can start on your back and just let yourself kind of get settled for a minute or two here. Just breathe in and out through the nose. Start to feel the belly rise and everything get nice and connected. Start to come to a place of focus and relaxation, but the body still remains active. We'll draw the knees into the chest, just keeping the spine straight. If you want here, you can do a couple of side-to-side rocks just to massage the back, maybe a couple of circles. And just go the opposite way. And then we'll raise the legs up into the air. And you can place the hands underneath the glutes if the low back is a little tense. Just lifting the legs up, pointing and flexing the feet, moving with the inhale. And then we'll slowly start to lower the legs down to the ground, just doing about 5 leg lifts here. So on the inhale, the legs come up. On the exhale, they slowly come down, nice and controlled. And then bend the knees. Just lift the hands underneath the knees and lift the chest up. And we'll just do some rock and rolls. Just massaging the length of the spine. And then on your 5th rock and roll, just cross the legs and roll onto the knees. And come up to your tabletop. We'll just do a couple of cats and cows. Again, just warming things up a little bit. Just moving with your breath. And focus on the Ujjayi breathing, so breathing deep into the belly. I'm using that lock breath to make the exhale longer than the inhale. And then we'll tuck the toes and just roll into a down dog. And just stay here for a couple breaths, maybe pedaling out the feet, walking the dog, letting the head hang, getting the spine nice and long. And then we'll slowly start to step the feet towards the hands, just coming to a forward fold, lengthening up through the back of the body. Taking an inhale, looking halfway up, lengthening the legs, keeping the spine long, and then exhale is folding down. We'll just do that a couple of times, moving with the breath. So inhale to lift, exhale to fold. Just keep moving with the breath, exhaling everything out. And then slowly we'll rise all the way up, coming into our mountain posture. And then hands come down to the side. We get into our Surya Namaskar A. So feet come together. Inhale, we look up, gazing at the hands. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back for your chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Stay here for about three breaths. And then bend the knees, flex the feet, step or hop to the top of that. Inhale, looking halfway up. Exhale, folding down. Rise all the way back up, gazing at the thumbs, and then returning back to center, and we do it again. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, jumping or stepping back for chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Rolling back over the toes for down dog. Just staying here for 3 breaths again. And then we bend the knees, flex the feet, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, looking halfway up. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, rising all the way up, gazing at the thumbs, and returning back to mountain. One last time for Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, looking all the way up. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, looking halfway up. Let's jump back for your chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Rolling back over the toes to your down dog. Take a deep inhale, bend the knees, flex the feet, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, rising all the way up, gazing at the thumbs. Exhale, returning to mountain. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, sweep the hands down, coming into chair, gazing up at the thumbs. Really squeezing the legs together. Stay here for 5 breaths. Really sinking down and reaching through the arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, jump or step back for chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Take a deep inhale, lift that right foot up in the air. Step it between the hands, rising up for warrior one. Sinking into that front leg. Exhale, hands come down. Chaturanga. Into upward facing dog. Rolling back for down dog. Lifting that left leg up in the air. Bending the knee. Stepping it between the hands. Lifting up. For warrior one, sinking down. Exhale, returning to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, rolling back to down dog. Take a deep breath. Inhale, bend the knees, flex the feet, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising all the way up. Back to your mountain. Again, take a deep inhale. On the exhale, we roll down, coming into chair. Looking up at the hands, staying here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, fold over. Look halfway up on the inhale. Jump back for your chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Take a deep breath. Lift that right leg up in the air. Bend the knee. Step it between the hands. Rising up for warrior one. Sinking down. Exhale, fold. Chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Rolling back for down dog. Inhale, lift that left leg. Step it between the hands. Rising up for warrior one. Sinking down. Exhale, hands come to the floor. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Rolling back to down dog. Deep breath here. Bend the knees, flex the feet, step or hop back to the front. Inhale, look halfway up. Exhale, fold. Wiggle the feet together. Moving back into chair. Lifting the arms up, gazing at the thumbs. Sink down, keep the arms extended. Hold for 5 breaths. Fold back down. Inhale, look halfway up. Plant the hands, jump or step back for chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Lift that right leg, bend the knee. Step it between the hands. Rise all the way up, coming into warrior one. Sink down. Hold. 5 breaths. Then shift into crescent lunge. Hold here. Keep breathing. And then do 5 lunges. Then shift into warrior two, sink down to that front leg, open up through that thigh, looking over the fingertips, and hold. Keep holding. Then we shift back into our crescent lunge. Hold again. Sink down to that front foot. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Step back for chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Roll back to down dog. This time lift the left leg up. Step it between the hands. Rising up to warrior one and holding. Sinking down, lifting up through the chest. Shifting into crescent lunge. Holding here. 5 lunges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Opening up to warrior two and holding. Keep holding. Shift back to crescent lunge and hold. Exhale, release the hands back down to the ground. Step back for your chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Roll back to your down dog. Take a deep breath. Inhale, Lift the right leg up one more time. Step it back between the hands. Rising up again, crescent lunge. Sink down really low into the hips, using the strength of that front leg. Then from here, lean forward, coming into humble warrior. Bring the hands behind you. If you have weights, you can use the weights to do some tricep extensions. If not, just use your hands. Keep breathing. Last one. You can lose the weights if you want, or you can keep them, whichever is better. Sink into that front leg. Drive that left leg forward. Lift up. Then come back. Nice low and humble warrior. Lift up again. Back again. Lift up. Just 2 more times. If you lose your balance, just come back. Find it again. Last one. And then return back to your mountain. Inhale, lift all the way up. Folding forward again. Inhale, raising halfway. Exhale, jump or step back for chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Lift that left leg. Step it between the hands. Rising up for crescent lunge. Sinking down once again. And holding. Keep breathing into the belly. If you want, you can reach for the weights and come into humble warrior. Maybe doing some tricep extensions. Keep really sinking into that front leg. Last one. Release the weights, or you can keep them, it's up to you. Then we're gonna drive that right leg forward, lifting it up and coming back. Keep breathing. And then last one, coming back to your mountain. Take a deep inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Flex the feet, jump back to chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Take a couple of breaths here if you need it. And then lift that right leg again. Step it between the hands. Straighten the right leg. You may need to step the left leg forward slightly. We're going to come into working the legs and working the core. So start to walk the hands forward. Coming into your warrior 3. Lifting up nice and high. If you have it in you, you can raise the hands behind and hold. Keep holding. Exhale, release the hands. See if you can bring it close to the leg. And then you're going to keep that left leg straight and bring it down and raise it up. Bring it down, raise it up. For the half splits. Doesn't matter how high you come, just working into that leg, working into the core. 2 more. And then release back to your forward fold. Folding down. Inhale, looking halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands, jump or step back, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Rolling back to down dog. Take a couple clearing breaths if you need it. Lift the left leg. Step it between the hands. And then you need to shorten your stance just slightly. Then you can start to walk the hands forward, lifting that back leg. Hold. If you want, you can come up to a total warrior 3. The arms behind you. Otherwise, you can keep them on the floor, whichever is available. Then, we're gonna do leg raises. So right leg comes down, we lift up. Down, lift up. Down, lift up. 2 more. And then release back down to the floor. Forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, plant the hands. Jump back for chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, down dog. Stay here for a clearing breath. Then bring the shoulders over the wrists, holding in plank. Looking straight ahead, holding. Keep looking straight ahead. Exhale, return back to down dog. Inhale, back to plank, hold again. Back to down dog. Really sending the heels to the earth. Back to plank. Then on the exhale, we're gonna come down to forearm plank, and then back up to high plank. And just do that, rotating your hands. Keep the butt down, core engaged. Lifting up through the shoulders, keeping the head looking forward. Just a couple more. And then come back to plank and hold. And then we're gonna go into extended plank. So place the hands in front of you, bring the butt down and hold here. Keep breathing. Feel the legs straight and strong. Just a few more breaths. Walk the hands back beneath the shoulders. Chaturanga. Up dog, down dog. Take a clearing breath here. We're gonna go to yogic foot. Just take an inhale. Shoulders come over the wrists. We do this like a wave. Just 5 times. Two more. Last one. Back to down dog. Take a couple clearing breaths. Lift that right leg up. Bring it to center and move back. Lifting up, back to center. Just with the right leg right now. Really squeeze in the core. Keep breathing. And then bring in the foot back down. Moving to the other side. Lifting the left leg, bending the knee, bringing it to center. Really squeeze the core in. Keep the dry breath moving. Two more. And then returning back to down dog. Take a couple clearing breaths. Finding the dry breathing. Yogic foot. 5. Two more. Triceps will be burning. And then return back to down dog. Couple more clearing breaths here. And then we're gonna work on getting some flexibility in the back of the body and working in the core. So, bring it down dog, press through the hands, lift the hips up nice and high. Try to step the foot, hand to the side of the foot, and step back. Just do 5 times. If you don't have the flexibility yet, that's fine. I'm still working on it too. Last one. And back to down dog. Left side. Stepping forward. The outside of the foot. Last one. Back to down dog. Hold here for a couple breaths. Keep the dry breath breathing. And then bend the knees. We're going to come to a seated position. So come down on the floor. I'm just checking to see how we're doing on the time. Perfect. Okay, so from here, you're going to sit on sit bones. Move the flesh away from the bones. Sit up nice and tall. Roll the shoulders back. Hands can come under the knees to begin. Crown of the head lifts up. Feet come off the floor. If you're okay here, you can extending the arms. If you're good here, extend the legs. If this is still not enough challenge, we'll start to do the boat lifts. So raising all the way down, and then lifting up. Really engaging the core. Try to use strength and not momentum. Keep lifting. 2 more. And then release. Sit up nice and tall. Take a couple breaths. Keeping the chest nice and high. And then we'll do it again. So hands come underneath the knees on the sit bones. Raising up through the crown of the head. Lifting the feet. If you're good here, arms get extended. If you're good there, legs get extended. Then you can start to do the boat lifts. So try to stay in control. Keep the core engaged. Two more. And then release. Sitting up again nice and tall. Just breathing into the belly. We'll do it one last time. So this time you can choose to do the boat lifts if you want, or you can just stay in the extended boat pose. So we lift up, the crown of the head up, lifting the feet, arms come in front, extend the legs. And then you can choose. If you want to do the extensions, you can do the extensions. Otherwise, just stay here. Keep lifting the legs, nice and strong. Core engaged, head lifting up, shoulders rolled back. And then release. Sitting up again, nice and tall. And then we're gonna do some Pilates roll downs. So feet come to the width of the mat. We flex the feet. Have the hands in front of us. Scoop the low belly in. Keep the spine nice and straight. Almost like there's a piano in the hands. Lift the head, chin parallel to the floor. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, we start to roll down. Nice and slow and strong. If you make it all the way to the bottom without the legs lifting, hands come behind the head. Reaching back, same thing. Inhale, lifting all the way back up. Hands come straight. Exhale, we begin to peel up off the floor and reaching the hands forward over the feet. Inhale, straighten the spine. Lift up again. Exhale, start to roll down. Inhale, hands come behind the head. Exhale. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, we peel ourselves off the ground. Lifting up and lengthening. Just 2 more. Just move at your own pace. Keeping everything nice and tight in the midsection. We want to try and keep that low back on the floor as long as possible when we rise up. Last one. Reaching behind. And then we'll stay on the floor. And then from here, we're gonna do abdominal truths. So you can place the hands underneath the glutes. Keep the back nice and straight. Lift the legs up into the air. Point the toes. And we're gonna do big circles. Using the lower abdomen. Try to make them as big and as wide as possible. Just going in one direction first. Keep the breath moving. Two more on the side. And then release back to the top. You can bring the legs in briefly if you need. Take a deep breath and we'll do the opposite angle, or opposite circle. So lifting up nice and tall again. Maybe the hands are underneath the glutes. We start our circles the opposite direction. Two more. And then drop the knees into the chest. And just hug them in, letting the heart rate come down slightly. Keeping the spine nice and long. And then, in a few minutes, if you have some blocks handy, that would be good to grab. Otherwise, just keep staying in your knees into chest. Taking a couple more breathers here. And then cross the legs and come back to a seated position. And then placing the blocks on either side of you. We're just gonna do some shoulder and arm work. So you remember at the end of the Ashtanga practice, we always lift the butt up off the floor. That takes some strength training to develop. So if you can get the feet into, or the legs into lotus, you can go into lotus. Otherwise, just sit cross-legged. And if you're in the half lotus, that's fine too. Place the hands on the blocks. Try to get them as flat as possible. Sometimes they come up a little bit though. And then we're gonna start to lift the butt off and drop it down. Just do 10. Inhale to lift, exhale to release. Keep breathing. Last two. And then release, take a break. And if you're in the half lotus, I just suggest maybe switching the legs to try and get the other one on top as well. And just keep taking a breath here. And then we'll do it again. So hands come on the blocks, maybe different this time with the other leg on top if you're in the lotus. So we'll do 10 times. Two more. And release. And then if you want, you can switch legs or just being cross-legged. These are preparing us for calisthenics, so the L6, which in I think the second or third series of Ashtanga they eventually end up getting into, but it's really good preparation for calisthenics. We'll just take a couple more breaths here and we'll do one last time. And then place the weight into the hands. We'll come up again. So inhale to lift, exhale to release. Try to keep the gaze looking ahead, the chin parallel to the floor. Two more. And then release. And then we'll just do one more Pilates roll down, get back on the floor. So legs extend in front, arms come in front as well. Scoop the low belly in, spine nice and long, chin parallel to the floor, and we start to descend down. Nice and slow and controlled. And then slowly releasing down to the ground, letting the hands come down to the sides. Draw the right knee in, keep the spine long. Cross it over the body, coming into spinal twist and looking over the right shoulder. Keep breathing in and out here. Maybe letting the eyes close, letting the face get soft. And then slowly coming back to center and then just switching legs. So drawing that left leg into the chest. And then crossing it over the body. And looking over the left shoulder. And allowing everything to start to soften down. Start to do a change of pace here. The body recalibrates. Keep exhaling everything out. And then we slowly come back to center. And if you want, you can draw the knees into the chest. Maybe just do a couple of circles or make any last minute adjustments that you need. And then when you're ready, you can just extend the legs down, coming to Shavasana. Starting to feel everything get nice and heavy on the floor. Feel the palms opening up. The triceps resting on the ground, the upper back resting. Start to feel the abdominals start to release. The legs start to soften. And just keep breathing in and out to areas of fatigue and tightness. Just exhaling everything out. Letting the body adjust. Breathing deep into the belly. Exhaling to release. So you feel the hips, the shoulders, the head, the heels, the wrists, all connected to the floor. Just feeling grounded. Starting to send softness into the feet. Feeling that same sensation traveling up the legs, into the calves. Feeling the kneecaps lifting slightly. You can feel the thighs softening, the hamstrings softening. Allow the glute muscles to release so that the hips get really heavy on the floor. And as the hips open and get heavy, the legs may externally rotate open just slightly more. Send the breath deep into the pelvis and into the belly, watching the belly inflate. And with each exhalation, feeling the low back, connecting to the floor, feeling the vertebra release little by little. Giving the abdominals permission to soften. Feeling the chest rise with each expansion. The air opens everything up. And with each exhale, it releases, allowing the upper back to be nice and connected to the floor, feeling grounded. The insides of the palms start to get really light, and the fingertips may curl in just slightly. Feel the shoulders rolling back. And the head connected to the floor, the neck begins to release little by little. The face softens, the forehead releases, the space between the eye releases. The jaw may open. Just stay here for a couple of breaths, just releasing everything. And slowly just beginning to wiggle the fingers and toes. Moving the head from side to side. You can extend the arms behind you and just come into a nice full body stretch. Take a deep inhale through the nose, exhale it out through the mouth. And then slowly roll onto the left side of the body. And then when you're ready, just come to a seated position in Sukhasana. Just the hands on top of the knees. Sitting up nice and tall. Chin parallel to the floor. And then bring the hands to heart center and just rub them back and forth. Just place the hands over top of the eyes. Open the eyes. And pat down the face and anywhere that there's tension in the body. And then slowly bring the hands to heart center. Thank you very, very much for joining the class today. I know it's a little bit short to finish off, so if you guys have extra time, I just suggest maybe doing the breathing exercise for the balancing, or you can take a longer Shavasana. But otherwise, I hope that you enjoyed the class. If you have any questions, I'll be around for just a minute or two. So thank you very much for coming. Namaste.